Hey, it's Deborah Bringelson. Welcome to the Quantum Success Academy for Business and Life. I'm thrilled to have you here. So what's this group all about? Ultimately, my desire for you is that you learn to live, not just think about or imagine, but really live what I call the quantum soup of you as a human, a physical body, and source, all blended together. So think of it this way. When you imagine a drop of water in the ocean, do you see separation, or is it all mixed together, the water and the salt and the plankton and all of it? Well, that's what you are. But most people, even if they understand the concept, still live in separation. They ask an entity outside of themselves to give them what they need. They see themselves as a physical body and source is, out there somewhere. That is not the reality of you. And when you not just understand it conceptually, but when you start to live it, that's when everything in your life really starts to shift. And here are some of the shifts that happen, and a lot of people are like, well, I'm great for the theory shifts where you experience yourself as pure love. You can look in your eyes, and one of the exercises that my students and clients learn is to look in their eyes and really, really deeply love themselves. Why is that important? Well, when you really deeply love yourself, there are no limits. You cannot hold yourself in separation from the abundance, the money that you deserve, the healthy body that you deserve, the love and the relationships that you deserve and desire and you're worthy of. And so many people keep themselves separate. When you understand how the quantum world works, how source works, you understand that that is you. You are source. Can source be limited in money? No, source can't be limited in any way. Can source have physical ailments? Only if you choose, but not if you don't. And it's when you're living in separation from the love, the worthiness, the deservingness of you that you experience that separation. You experience lack, not enough money, a body that isn't as healthy as it could be, relationships that are not as loving and supportive as you want them to be. The other thing that happens is that you recognize every other being on the planet as love and source also. There are people on the world stage, as an example, that a lot of people love to hate. Source doesn't hate. Source is within and without and is all of every person. And when you hate someone, you are hating source. You're also hating yourself. You're drinking the poison that you are directing at someone else. So those are some of the theories that when you begin to live as that quantum soup of physical and source, you become that energy. The other thing that happens, which is where most people start, and it's perfectly fine, is that the things you want start to show up in your life in a much easier way. The money that you want, the business success, if that's important to you, the physical health, the relationships, whatever it is that you're thinking of, even, vacations and cars. One of the students in this group manifested a private island in Belize. So whatever you want, it's open to you. And my desire for you is that you experience that inner growth, but ultimately, as where I started with this, that you understand that you as a physical being are also source, and it's all blended together. That's where things really start. So this group, there are two types of people in this group. Everyone's a seeker, I hope. Everyone is open to understanding and learning and growing. Hey, look, I've been studying this for about 30 years. I still am learning and growing. I read every day. I meditate every day. I have teachers that I reach out to help level me up. You know, it's kind of like you learn at one level and then you live it for a while, and that's important, is living it. It's, you know, if you just get this in your head, it's not really going to help you all that much. You as the student, your responsibility is to learn to live it. And I will tell you, I do not want to be your guru. I do not want to tell you what to do. No one should do that. But I will say, if you come into this with an attitude of questioning everything in your world, everything that you've been taught, we'll go through exercises. That's very important. Question everything, because a lot of what you've been taught are lies. But also remain open to the possibilities. You can't begin to understand how to make this work if you come into it with an attitude of, that's not something I'm going to believe. You know, 5 seconds of information and I'm shut down. That's not going to work either. So remain open to all of the possibilities. I have personally experienced some things that, you know, maybe 30 years ago I never would have believed. Personal healings, personal manifestations that still, like, I was like, how did that actually happen? And I can't quite figure it out. But that's how it is when you're working in the quantum world. So remain open to everything. Have fun with it. But as I said, there are 2 distinct groups within this group, and I think that's okay. There are those who are involved in a mastermind led by me. We work closely together in that mastermind. You can find more information about that here. And then there are people who are, you know, more starting out, who aren't quite ready for that. And if that's you, there's no judgment of anyone. We're all working together. We're all learning. And a lot of times, new people to the group will ask questions that will take those who've been exploring this longer to a higher level. So engage, connect, and watch the videos as they're posted, ask questions, and when you are ready to go to the next level, find a teacher who will help get you there, whether it's, you know, my practical quantum physics class, and, you know, it's a little quantum physics, it's a little personal growth, it's, you know, it's a whole bunch of things all mixed together, but we call it practical quantum physics. And the reason I call it that is, you know, physics is scary to a lot of people. They think it involves a lot of math, and anyone who knows me knows that Deborah doesn't do math. So it's important. It's like understanding electricity. Do you really need to know how the power company makes it? I don't. I just want to walk over and flip the switch. And that's what this group and the mastermind are all about, is helping you understand how to flip the switch. All right, I hope this is helpful. Obviously with this group, you know, be respectful, no selling of any kind. That's not what this is about. We want to, you know, take ourselves to the next level. So no, you know, self-promotion or selling. Be respectful of everyone and dive in, love yourself, trust yourself, and ask source, whether you call it source or God or Allah or the universe, ask source to help keep you moving to that higher level and help expand your understanding of what it takes to get there. All right, I love you. Excited to see you in the group, and we'll be talking. Thanks.